Hi there, it's Natasha, and today I have a card featuring some AliExpress dies and a couple of other things. These buttons are from AliExpress and they're just little birds in all different colours. I'm going to use the yellow bird today, and this is just a piece of plain yellow cardstock that I am going to create a wing out of. The little bird has those two buttonholes obviously, and I don't want them there. I don't want to be able to see them. So I'm just creating a wing to cover up those little holes. Using some multi-matte medium on it to adhere it on, and then I'm done with that little bird. Next up is the little birdhouse, and it comes with a little die for the bird, but obviously I'm going to use the little button. I have some yellow cardstock that already has sticker adhesive on the back of it, and I'm going to use that for the birdhouse. I definitely did not go about this the right way, creating this little birdhouse, but I don't like the way that it cuts out all those bits from the middle. I think it looks incomplete, and so I wanted to find a way to keep those bits in there. What I probably should have done is stuck it onto a piece of something sticky and then just cut out the bits that I needed and press them into place. But I went about it the long way, so I've removed the backing from the sticker adhesive of just the little birdhouse, and I'm using that negative part to make sure that it is all, where it should be exactly. And then I'm taking out those little three-pronged bits that was stuck in the metal die and adding those in. And then when I take away the outside part, I'm like, I want those bits in it. So I just decided to take the sticker adhesive off the back of it, put it down in place, and then cut around the outside with my scissors. So I'm pretty sure I went about it the long way, but in the end I got there. You can also see that there's still the little bird hole and two little lines up above the bird hole that don't have anything, and so I'm going to run the birdhouse through my Cuttlebug once again, just so I can get those little pieces to make sure that it's a nice flat even little birdhouse, and just using some multi-matte medium to pop those in. As I said, I'm sure I could have done this a much easier way, but nonetheless, all done. So that's my little birdhouse done, and now I'm going to, these are the We Are Memory Keepers Next Level embossing folders, and this is the woven one. This is going to be the background to my little, what do you call it, background to my card. So I'm just running it through my Cuttlebug to get to emboss that onto the piece of cardstock, and it's just 80-pound Nina Solar White. So done. That bit's done. Pop that away, and the next bit that I'm going to move on to is making this little branch that the bird is going to sit on. I'm just using some, I think this is walnut stain, distress ink to make it, and I don't want it even. That's okay, it's just a branch. So and again, I'm just going to be cutting out one part of the branch, so it doesn't matter that some of it is sticking onto the white. I think this is a paper smooches die, but I'm sure there's plenty of other branch dies that you could use as well. So I'm just cutting off those two bottom bits because I just want it to be one branch that the bird is going to sit on. And here is where I'm going to cut out a circle that I want the birdhouse and the branch and everything to sit on front of my card. And I had that big black circle die, but it looked too big. It looked too big to me, and so I was trying to find another one that I liked the size of better. The next size down was what I thought was too small, so then I tried that other one that you just saw before that was a stitched circle, and I thought that was too small as well. So anyhow, I've gone with the big one because that's what I had. So it'll be the embossed woven piece in the background, and then the plain circle in front of that. And I'm just going to use my Misty to stamp a sentiment on that round circle. It's just a wow stamp set, and it's just going to be happy birthday on it. I'm going to use that grid transparency to line it up and make sure it's straight, and put all my little bits and pieces on so I can see where I would like it. Sorry that I'm a bit off camera. I will realise in a second, and I'll shift my Misty up into frame better. So just making sure it's all lined up. I have to stamp the happy, and then to get the birthday close enough I have to stamp them separately. So stamp the birthday, and I'm just using some VersaFine Onyx Black ink. So now just checking that it's all how I want it to sit and how I want it to go. I didn't have any plain black thread, so this was just some that was sitting on my craft table, and I just pulled it apart so that I just wanted the little black thread from it. So I want it to go around the branch and the little birdhouse to hang off it, so I use the multi-matte medium to glue the branch down and make sure that that little piece of string is hanging there, hanging behind it. Cut a little bit off, and I just use a little piece of sticky tape to adhere it down so that it looks like the birdhouse is hanging, so it's nice and tight. Going to pop the little birdhouse up on some foam adhesive. There we go, got the birdhouse. Stick the little bird on. The buttons aren't too heavy, but I probably should have held the bird down for just a second longer because he did pop off later on. And same with this woven piece. I put a little bit of matte medium on and then just gave it a squish, but I needed to put extra on to make it stay down. I probably should have used some double-sided adhesive, some dry adhesive for this. Would have worked much better, but I quite like having the wiggle room when I can with wet glue. I'm going to pop the front circle up on some foam tape as well. And again, this is foam tape just from AliExpress as well. Pop it up. See, my little bird popped off, so I'll use a bit more in a second to add him back on. And then the only other thing I do is add some glossy accents to the little wing and the little opening of the birdhouse. Hope you enjoyed the card today, and hopefully I will see you next time. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye.